Tax season can be a stressful time for Canadians. Taz Rajan, community engagement partner at Bromwich+Smith, is here to share some tips to tackle tax season with confidence. Good afternoon, Taz.
Good afternoon. Thanks, Chrissy.
So happy to have you because this is an important one. On March 5th, the Canada Revenue Agency sent out 400,000 notices to Canadian taxpayers asking individuals to verify eligibility for CERB. So how are Canadians reacting to this?
Yeah, whether you received a letter yet or not, just hearing this news is definitely causing concern for Canadians. CERB was offered as an emergency relief. There was no qualifying verification required at that time. And many Canadians were suffering from job shortage, job loss, business slowdowns, or lockdowns. Many business owners did not qualify for the business support, but they could take advantage of CERB. So people took the CERB payments to help them with a variety of situations. They felt they needed that income. And now to hear that CRA is sending out letters and wanting eligibility verification is really causing stress, anxiety, and even fear amongst many Canadians.
Absolutely. Now, dealing with the CRA, as you say, can seem scary. So is it really as bad as some make it in their heads?
CRA certainly has remedies that are greater than other creditors when it comes to your CRA tax debt. The first thing to keep in mind is that just because CRA sends a letter does not necessarily mean it's the worst case scenario. CRA does offer taxpayer relief provisions. This program allows Canadians who qualify to have their interest charges or penalties waived under the following guidelines. It's extraordinary circumstances, actions of the CRA, and financial hardship at the level approaching poverty. Now, it is important to note that even if you qualify, CRA only forgives penalties and interest, never the actual principal amount. This provision is not a full debt forgiveness.
So what do you do if you do not qualify for taxpayer relief and are not able to pay your CRA debt?
Yeah, when a taxpayer is outstanding tax debt and it's not cooperating with CRA withholding tax, then they are able to seize money out of your bank account. They can seize your wages, that sort of thing. So first thing you want to do is get a clear picture of what you owe. File your taxes, respond to the communication, make sure you know what you owe. Number two, communicate with CRA, get a clear picture again of the tax you owe, get in touch with them, and see if you can establish a payment schedule of what you can afford. It's important to know that CRA will charge interest on the remaining balance at a rate of 5%. Three, avoid taking a high interest loan to pay off that CRA debt. It's only going to get you in deeper. And then four, if you find that you're still unable to pay off your CRA debt when it becomes overwhelming, start with that free, compassionate, no obligation consultation with a licensed insolvency trustee. Only a licensed insolvency trustee is federally legislated to provide Canadians with CRA debt forgiveness. And that's a very powerful tool that we as Canadians have.
For sure, and it's all about reaching out for that help if you need it. Now, lastly, we know in life that death and taxes are certain and unavoidable. So is it safe to say if you owe CRA tax debt, there's no getting out of it?
No, that's not safe to say. That's one myth out there for sure. So, as I said, there is a way to get out of CRA debt. One is through CRA directly, and the other is through a licensed insolvency trustee firm. When you are buried in that CRA debt and you just don't see a light at the end of the tunnel, there is CRA debt forgiveness through a licensed insolvency trustee firm only.
Well, Taz, we thank you so much. I know tax season can be hectic for many Canadians, so I appreciate the clarity that you bring during what is going to be a little bit of a difficult season for many.
You bet. Thanks so much for having me, Chrissy.